Hello friends. Today I will be briefing you the broad categories of decision in the financial management of the business. Financial management. Financial management brings the economic growth and development of the company. Finance means the art or science of managing money. Financial management means raising the fund with minimum cost and to maximize the return. Maximizing the shareholders' wealth depends upon the increase in the net worth of the capital invested. There are several responsibilities for the financial manager in the company. That includes forecasting of cash flows, raising funds, managing the flow of internal funds to facilitate the cost control, and so on. The important role of the financial manager is the decision making. Decision making is nothing but choosing one of the option among the several available alternatives. The broad categories of decisions are financing decision, investment decision, and dividend decision. Financing decision depends on the cost of capital and capital structure. First, I will explain what is cost of capital. If you invest in the shares of the company, you will get dividend. And if you invest in the bonds or debt securities of the company, you will receive interest. For example, if you invest rupees 1 lakh in the shares of ABC Limited. So 1 lakh is the investment for you and for the company it is capital. So here the amount is same, but in the view of investor it is investment and in the view of company it is capital. So at the end of financial year the company pays you the dividend of rupees 2000. So the dividend received is return on investment for you and for the company it is cost of capital. I hope you get my point. Cost of capital is nothing but the amount of cost bear by the company in order to raise the capital. And cost of capital is otherwise known as the minimum required rate of return. Next is the capital structure. In this situation, you require rupees 1 crore to raise the capital for your company. You have three options. First option is to raise the 1 crore from equity shareholders, that is 100% equity. Next option B is partly equity and partly debt, which means 50 lakhs from equity and 50 lakhs from debt. Third option is 100% debt. So capital structure means choosing between these three alternatives. Either you can go for full equity or partly equity and partly debt or full debt or in any other ratio between the equity and debt. So the capital structure means the ratio between the debt and equity of the company or the mix of debt and equity. Investment decision, capital budgeting and working capital management. We know that there are two types of assets, fixed assets and current assets. If we are making decision for investing in the fixed asset, then it is called capital budgeting. If we are making the decision for investing in the current assets, it is called working capital management. For example, the fixed assets like plant and machinery. There are three categories of machinery A, B, C, and in capital budgeting, what we will do is using the different techniques of capital budgeting, we will select any one of the machinery which will benefit for the company. So that is called capital budgeting. Choosing the investment for the long-term benefit of the company. Next is the working capital management. These are some short-term assets and liabilities like the cash maintenance, a credit policy, and the stock reserves and the bills receivables and payables. So making changes in all those things, it constitutes the working capital management. For example, a change in the credit policy or the cash reserve that should be maintained in the bank account. All these things are decided in the working capital management. It is also under the investment decision. Dividend decision. Here the company has to decide whether to declare 100% of their earnings as dividend, or to retain their earnings, or to declare certain percentage of the earnings as dividend. So the company's earning is 10 crore, and the option A available is to declare those 10 crores as dividend, and option B retain the 10 crores, and option C declare 5 crore as dividend and retain the 5 crores. If the company fully declared the dividend, that is 100% dividend, then it has no amount for their future expansion purpose. And if the company retained full 10 crores, then the shareholders will not retain in the company, and it is not an attractable investment for the shareholders. In option C, the company declares 5 crore as dividend and retain the 5 crores. So moreover, the company will choose option C, and they will give the payout as 20% of the earnings or 40% of earnings. They will decide. The board will recommend and the shareholders will approve. Theoretically, it depends upon the shareholder position and the company's decision, but in practice, many factors influence the dividend decision, like the market price of the share, trend of earnings, and tax position of the shareholder, cash flow position, and the requirements of funds for the future growth of the company, all those things. In 6 to 7 minutes, I try to combine the concept of decisions in financial management. The aim of this video is to give the introduction of financial management. This is not a detailed video, and I just explain the concepts with small examples. If you like this video, hit the like button. In the upcoming videos, I will be explaining all the concepts of financial management like capital budgeting techniques and capital structure theories and the dividend decision, all those things in much detail. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and kindly do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon in order to get the regular notification of my videos. See you all in the next video. Thank you.